Good afternoon, everybody. This is Mr. McGee, the instructor here at Parkway West for Power Motorsports. This is a video presented for first and second year students, primarily second year students. We're dealing today with a motorcycle engine, a 1996 Vulcan VN 1500, a rather large V-twin. The video that we're going to do is essentially an entire engine assembly. This will be done in several parts, lots to go over, lots of different things to talk about. But we're going to start out with a real simple thing here. Of course, the program that we have here is 47.0699, and the tasks that we're going to be going over are as follows for this assembly. And there will be several. We will be doing task 303, which will be remove and replace water pump. As we move down into the 4-cycle engine, disassembly, clean and identify engine components, inspect shafts, bearings and gears, valve clear, declay, perform cylinder balance checks, no. As we move down into the continuation in 1119, install a crankshaft and bearings, install a piston using a ring compressor, verify camshaft timing, install all gaskets and seals according to specifications, clutch and drive. We will be inspecting, servicing, replacing belts and tensioning devices, inspect and service, replace clutch discs, sprockets and chains, disassemble, service, and reassemble gearbox components, reassemble transaxle, and that is pretty much the tasks that we'll be covering per CIP 470699. Now, I've gone ahead and taken a few steps of preparation here. Number one, I've got our entire engine laid out as far as the engine, transmission, counterbalancers, and things of that nature, and our service manual. Because without our service manual, we really have no business doing this. This is going to give us assembly instructions, things that we need as far as sealants, etc., the torque specifications, and some of the little steps which we might miss here and there. So with any one of these assembly jobs, it's a lot like auto body will tell you. The prep work is the key. If you don't spend the time to get everything cleaned up thoroughly, prepped, know what you have to assemble, the whole job's going to be for nothing. I have had my fair share of engine failures. If you want this to go right, you want to make sure that you have done your homework before you start. So we have all our gaskets, we have our sealants. I've taken the initiative, I've gone ahead, I've cleaned all the bearings, cleaned everything, all the RTV remaining from a previous assembly, because we just want to make sure that once we start the assembly process that this goes very, very smooth. So I will at this point set my camera up over the workstation. We'll get our battery power plugged back in for our video. And per the assembly instructions, we're supposed to start out by putting all of our components in the left engine case. So let me back up here a little bit and we'll talk about some of these components we have here. This is our left engine case, or the left side of the engine. Over on this side right out here is where our stator and rotor will be for charging, for the charging system. Also part of our counterbalancer. This is where our gear shift linkages will be, and our output shaft. The inside, our crank will sit here. Transmission gear, shift drums, things of that nature will sit here. This shaft right here is our input shaft. This is where our clutch would ride. This is our output shaft, or goes out to our final drive. We have a shift drum. We have our shift forks, our shifting pin. Part of our counterbalancer assembly, our counterbalancer shaft. We have return screens. We have oil screens. This is our crankshaft. Now we come over here to our right engine half, or our right crankcase half. This is where our crankshaft will sit. This is where our transmission gears will sit. This is our oil pump. And as we look at the other side, which is known as the primary side, this is where our clutch will be housed, and the other portions, the starter clutch and more of the counterbalancer is all located on this side over here.